Zeus was the king of the gods. He ruled the sky, commanded thunder, and answered to no one. But there was one thing that terrified him more than any titan, any monster, any war. It wasn't an enemy. It was his own unborn child. Long before Zeus ruled Olympus, he loved a titan goddess named Metis. She was the goddess of wisdom and cunning, so clever that even Zeus, king of gods, relied on her advice. It was Metis who helped Zeus overthrow his own father, the titan Kronos, by tricking him into freeing Zeus's siblings from his stomach. Without Metis, Zeus never becomes king at all. But wisdom has a price. As Zeus and Metis fell in love, an old prophecy surfaced whispered by Gaia, the earth herself. Metis would bear Zeus 2 children. The first would be a daughter, wise and strong. The second would be a son. And that son was destined to overthrow his father, just as Zeus had overthrown his. Zeus had lived this story before. He was the son who dethroned his father. Now the pattern threatened to repeat, except this time, he would be the one cast down. For a god obsessed with power, this wasn't just fear. It was an unbearable truth he couldn't ignore. So Zeus made a choice that would define him forever. When Metis became pregnant, he didn't banish her. He didn't imprison her. Instead, he tricked her, shrinking her down with honeyed words and clever flattery, and swallowed her whole. Metis didn't die. Trapped inside Zeus, she kept living and kept doing what she always did best. She advised him. From inside his own body, the goddess of wisdom became a permanent voice in her captor's mind months past. Then one day, Zeus was struck with a pain unlike anything he'd felt, a splitting headache so violent, the other gods feared he was dying. Not even the healer Apollo could explain it. Desperate, Zeus called on Hephaestus, god of the forge. With a bronze axe, Hephaestus split his father's skull open, and from the wound stepped a fully grown goddess, armored, armed, and radiant. Athena had been born. Athena became one of the most powerful gods on Olympus, goddess of wisdom, strategy, and war. She carried her mother's intelligence and her father's strength. She was exactly what the prophecy predicted, the wise, powerful daughter. But the second child, the son who was meant to overthrow him, was never born. By swallowing Metis, Zeus had swallowed the prophecy itself. He didn't defeat fate through strength. He outmaneuvered it. This myth isn't just about gods and monsters. It's about the fear of losing power to those we create, and how far someone might go to control a future they can't predict. Zeus didn't fight fate head-on. He consumed it, controlled it, made it part of himself. Zeus thought he'd outsmarted fate forever. But the gods have a way of testing even kings. Because in another story, one god's son didn't just threaten a throne, he nearly ended the entire cosmos, and Zeus feared him even more. That story is next. If you want more forgotten myths, hidden truths, and gods who feared their own destiny, subscribe to Myth Undone. New stories every week.